This video is to record the final prototype of the linear trim indicator. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through how it works, then some of its features, and finally how it'll look like in its final form. So this is the sensor right here. So it's simply a slide. You got this little tab right here, and you can move it along. So this would be attached to your trim actuator on the keel, and then this would be attached to a lever, which is itself attached to a static point that doesn't move relative to the actuator, so it pushes this little tab along. And then this is connected to this little 7-segment indicator here, so that as you move it up to the high end, it indicates 60 miles per hour, and then to the low end, 43 miles per hour, and that's what I have it set at right now. However, it should work on any wing. Alright, I should be able to put this on any trike and have it work. So we have these two adjustment buttons here, the low end adjustment and the high end adjustment. So if you want to adjust your low end, you put your trim on the low. And then let's say you want the new low to be 50, you just click 50. And now I want my high to be 70, so I'm going to go ahead and move this all the way to the high. And I'm going to click. I can hold it so that I don't have to keep clicking. And 70. And so now when I move my slide, it goes from 50 to 70. There's a couple other fun features. So for example, the maximum is 99, so let's go all the way to 99. But what happens after you hit 99? Well, it shouldn't put you back at 0. That doesn't make sense. It'd be lower than the low end. So it just puts you at the low end. And those are your boundaries so that you can't make any mistakes. And the same thing happens for the low. If you go down there and you try to go past 70, nope, it's going to reset you at 0. And you can put that wherever you want. This is a 3 inches of slide. Should work on most actuators. I've got it taped off. I'll make that more permanent, but this means that the 10% at each end is not used, which is good because that's where these things tend to get inaccurate. So we're only using the middle of the sensor, which is the best part. If you set your low end not all the way at the end, so you click right here, well, all that's going to happen is it's not going to use this. It's just going to stay at 43 from the point that you chose onwards. And so you can adjust this to the length of your actuator as well. It doesn't have to be 3 inches. And then when you want to reset it, you want to use your whole thing, you just put it back at the low and you click. And there you go. Now it's at 45, 70. All the way at the end, 45 to 70. It'll run. Right now it's running on 13.5 volts, which is what the trike will run at, but if your trike has a different electrical system, no problem. It'll run down to 5.5. 4.5 volts, it'll start dimming, as you can see, but 5.5 is safe, all the way up to even 16.5, I think, but 13.5 is good enough for me, and there's no change in behavior there. So let's bring it down to 5. It'll still show the same range. No need to retrim, it just works. So in its final form, there's gonna be a PCB. All this is gonna be packaged on a little thing and put in a case. It's not gonna look like this, obviously. And then this is a separate part, the part that goes on the keel from the part that would go in your instrument panel. And you don't need to wire this up with power. Power goes through the Ethernet cable into the potentiometer and then back to the instrument panel, so that all you need is this Ethernet that connects the two parts. But I know what you're thinking. Okay, well, this works with this little tiny cable, but how am I going to get this on a keel while this is in the instrument panel? And that's why I brought this. So if we can try and replace this. There you go. Now that's way more cable than you'll ever need. Not even a change in behavior. No need to retrim. Nothing. It works. And I didn't even turn off the power for that. It's tolerant to voltage surges. I've got these little regulators on both ends. They clean up the power. They deal with transients. No problem. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed.